Good morning, agents. I'm going to talk to you today about residential listing templates. I'm going to show you what I have in mine and what you can have in yours. At minimum, some of the things that you should have, and agents, for some of you seasoned agents out there, if there are some things that you suggest that we should put in there, go ahead and put it in the comments on GroupMe. So go here to templates, and I've got, some other ones, some for sale by owner, buyer's rep, 1 to 4 contract. But here we go is the residential listing template that I'm going to focus on today. And I've got information about brokerage services. That's the first thing you want to go ahead and have in there and get signed. Even though you need to present that, I always have it in my email. I've got it on my web page. I've got it on my Facebook page. I've got it everywhere. I just go ahead and get this initialed. But as you can see, I already have all of these things filled out. Hit the back button there. And then I've got my residential listing exclusive right to sell. I've got the office information here. Of course, I don't know all my sellers, so you want to leave this blank in your template because you're going to apply this to each new property that you're going to list. But you can fill out a few things in here. So if somebody's going to terminate before the listing sells, I have some protection in there for the pictures and some of my marketing I want paid if they terminate. So I just have a few things in there already filled in just to save myself some time when I pull this up. Hit the back button. Then I've got the T47, the TILA RESPA. This should be furnished to the title company and the lender. Just an extra protection letting you communicate with them and see the closing disclosure and some of the loan documents or whatever. Not loan documents, but some of their information that otherwise, is protected, even though we've got other things. It's just a little extra safety backup information. Authorization to release certain information. I put into this paragraph that I'm going to advertise on social media. And this is where you would put things like, obviously, sellers negotiable, bring all offers. Don't put in here sellers negotiable or bring all offers. That just is like low ball. A lot of people ask why the seller is moving. Unless the seller specifically tells you, you can say you're not supposed to say. So keep that in mind. But if they tell you to put it in here, then you can say. Otherwise, keep that to yourself. Information about on-site sewer. A lot of the areas that I list have sewer, so this would be a lateral line. This is for, of course, the seller to fill out, not for you to help with. Aerobic septic, but you need to add this in there if you're listing a property with a septic system. I just keep it in mind because so many of the properties I list have them. And here's the seller's disclosure. I don't know why it can't be next to the other one, but anyway, I don't want to load it, but I just did, so I'm going to go back. I have this home staging tips. A professional photographer shared this with Amber. Amber shared it with me, and it's great information for the client to have to get their house ready to sell. And then here's just general information to the notice, and general information notice to buyers and sellers. And it's got great terms in here. If you're not familiar with all of these terms, and if you're new, you might not be, go ahead and read all of these again just to refresh yourself. Really good info. So if they have questions about any of the terms that you're talking about, if they don't ask you about it, they can always reference this. And then we've got, I made this little utility sheet for my sellers to fill out. I know it's got a little of the information on the seller's disclosure, but where I live, the electric company requires the buyer to have the meter number. Trinity Valley Electric does. So I would go ahead and put this on there, and I can get my sellers to fill this out better for some reason than the one in the seller's disclosure. And I also have them do their average monthly bills here because buyers like to see that. And wire fraud warning, I give this to everybody, and it's also in my email signature. You can't give enough disclosures in our business. We are in a major CYA business. Look that up if you don't know what it means. So you want to disclose, disclose, disclose. You can't disclose enough. So you want to give this to your clients as well. Anytime we do anything with wiring money, because they could have the money wired to their account. Just go ahead and just give them that information. So if you've got the template set up, when you ever are doing a transaction, let's say I'm going to list my house. So I've got a new listing here. I'm going to do my house for grins. Wouldn't Billy Jack be shocked? No, he probably wouldn't. He's used to me selling our houses. If you scroll down here, I've got the residential listing template. And you can go through and you put your parties here. If you don't do that, I recommend doing that. It's very handy. And you go up here to your documents, and all of my documents that are in my template pop up right here. And all that information that was already filled out pops up right there. So it just saves time. So if you're not doing this, go ahead and do it. If you have things in your listing template that I don't have in mind that you recommend, please put it in the comments on this GroupMe link, and I would appreciate that. I hope you're all busy and having a wonderful day. Talk to you later.